Let's go.
Okay.
This is a continuation. I'll call a meeting to order. It's a continuation of a previous hearing on Pat Hendy adding a deck to the east side of the old hatch block down on Main Street. And some of the questions that we had last time, or we had questions and Pat didn't have answers. I guess that's the way to look at it.
Yeah.
So since then, I'll let Pat bring us up to date on what changes he has made or is proposing.
Yeah, well, I think it was mainly, let me get up here. I think it was mainly, didn't have final detail on handrail or the railings on it. So I decided to go with a rebar, give it a modern or industrial look on the railing between the posts and stuff instead of a vertical or something different. I thought about cable, then I thought about conduit, and landed on the rebar, just painted black, give it a nice matte black finish, give it a good look. And I think, I'm trying to recall what we had for, so we decided on lamps. We picked some lamps that were the old street light lamps that are now over the Public Works. So I purchased 4 of them. 3 of them I'll use on the deck. The other one I may use in the parking lot somewhere. And I think that was on the, was that pretty much it? Then then I gave a detail of the doors that I'm putting on the back of the building, which was a little gaining access on the 3rd floor to 2 different apartments and out to the deck. It serves as another escape route, you know.
Is this?
Yeah, that's the door, 15 light. Yeah, that's the actual door going on one of them. I haven't purchased the other one yet.
So, but this is for the fire escapes on the porches out back.
Yeah.
So just for the deck itself, you needed to give us more detail on the railing.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, and I gave
Upright, it's not pressure treated material, looks like it's 6x6
yeah,
with rebars as,
right, as a
The railing.
railing. And because we sort of, Kristen wanted more, I mean, I think a more look that you see out there now, people are using cable or conduit, so, and then I came up with hey, I said, rebar look pretty good, then other people doing it too, so that's good.
and
So
then the
maybe
lighting.
the lighting-
You're gonna put 3 lamp posts or 3 light fixtures on your deck.
Right, and that's based on pictures. I don't know if some of the other members have pictures of what was planned or not. I don't know if they got copies of that.
Is this
That's the detail on the new
the railing,
the
not the
railing.
lights?
So basically a rebar, and that may only do half, yeah, it gives it half between the posts. So posts are approximately 9 feet apart. And I went with a larger post to accommodate the lamps, and I'm gonna cut them down, so
So
3.
some of these posts are going to be extended higher than what you,
Well, not so much the post to be the same, and they're all gonna come up above, the railing will be set down, so the post will be above it, the ones
but
that,
what is the light fixture attached to?
right to the top of that post. And they'll be cut down, so they're not too high, and we're gonna keep it in under the, what's,
The height of the existing Main
right,
Street
and they'll
lights.
probably be
Okay.
less than that, so.
And they're shaded somewhat.
Yeah, I
to point
think,
the lights down.
yeah, and they're gonna be not a bright light anyways, it's gonna be
Yeah.
more of a soft light.
Okay.
And there's 3 of those going on there.
All right.
And one other thing is I moved the escape off the deck to the inside closer to the building. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
And
So what was the reason for moving the gate?
just because Kristen was thinking, if you're out here, that way it's out of the building direct, and you're not, if you have a table out there, you're not passing through the tables, so the tables will be out.
Okay.
And your meter area is gonna be boxed in?
Yeah, it's gonna be all covered. It'll be open, and it'll be easy for fire department to go in there,
Yeah.
pop a meter or whatever. It's just gonna be a lattice work and a little roof over it.
Cool.
Eventually I wanna move it all down back, but for right now, that's where it's gonna stay, I think. And as we talked about before, I'm gonna pour the sidewalk or the ramp up to it, and that ramp is not gonna you're not gonna service that deck from the street. That's
Yeah.
only for if someone's coming through with a wheelchair, needs to get in,
Okay.
or.
So is it locked from this side?
Yeah, it'll be some sort of a latch or push bar or
Yeah.
something on the inside
Okay,
with some sort of a signal saying it got opened or something,
okay,
just.
But people to access this deck still go through the restaurant.
Yeah, go through the restaurant, right out through that little, you've been in there, little,
Yeah.
off the stage is a little office, if you will,
okay.
area.
So you've got, so there's, your first light is on that first corner.
Yeah,
And then you have,
on the other corner and one in the
And
center.
one in the
There's
center.
5
okay,
larger posts
Okay.
down through, and the posts that don't have lamps will have a cap,
Yeah.
some
yeah,
sort of a
so
cap.
you've detailed here. in this
Yeah.
one. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Anybody have questions?
Slim or Ben?
No,
Okay,
no, I'm good.
okay. Yeah, this is great. It's the detail that we needed. to
right,
sort of
before
look
it
through
was just,
Yeah, I mean, you had a good idea, I think, it
Yeah,
was just sort of getting into sort of some of those finer details. I guess in terms of the one thing, there's matching the sidewalk and getting to there. I guess you would, I don't know, in terms of matching and going to it, if it's private property, I guess you can do whatever you want. I mean, generally, we try to work with a building owner or a property owner.
Make it
to
look-
see, yeah,
This is a ramp, not steps.
Right.
So you'll
It's
be
just-
starting from the elevation of the sidewalk,
right,
going up to your deck.
yeah.
right.
So you're gonna have good drainage. The one thing we.
Yeah,
discussed
the
recently
drainage
was
is- and I-
driveways and drainage, so
Right.
it drained not onto the sidewalk, but
Yeah.
you're gonna be draining
Yeah.
down to the sidewalk
Yeah,
anyway, and that's
okay.
gonna drain normally,
Yeah.
so I don't.
And
see
then
an
they
issue
can
with that.
all be laid off
Yeah,
easily from that point.
yeah, and you can obviously do whatever kind of
You could
like,
do a little grading on the building side of the ramp to make sure that water flows underneath the deck and down.
right, that's good, so you're not, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
flowing directly onto the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I think that's not gonna be, other than what just, and,
Okay.
and if there's a slight crown to that, then it'll just, but it's not gonna run very far, so there's not gonna pick up, although you can pick up a lot of water in a short time, like the other, a couple weeks ago we had.
right, yeah,
Now, this ramp is gonna be wide enough to accommodate a wheelchair, you said.
Yeah, and it'll probably be even,
wider,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty fair approximation in terms of the style, you've got your long rebar. that's-
yeah, except for the
that's
post
through.
will come up
Yeah,
through the top
Yeah.
and be capped. And,
okay, yeah, that's nice.
you know,
Is the rebar cheaper than doing the conduit?
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it is. Kristen favored that too, so,
It's got a little bit of texture to it, which is nice and sort
yeah,
of smooth.
and,
Yeah,
What size rebar are you using?
well, I checked the price on number, I was thinking 1/2 inch, which is number 4. There's a lot of rail, they look like
Yeah.
they were using a 3/4, I was thinking 1/2 inch, I've got quite a few
We
bars.
use 5/8 for corners. We did use 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch has some flexibility
Yeah.
to it. I encourage you to go more than 1/2 inch because somebody's gonna be leaning against that with a
Right.
foot on one of those. and
Right,
You
Oh,
might
yeah.
see a
Yeah.
little indentation.
right,
Oh,
and I did, yeah, and I did show a center, if you look at that, that's halfway point, so that's like 4.5 feet where there's a support in the center, so it can go either way, I can go larger and, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not,
because
it's not a big difference.
right, because it's a more
You know-
active deck, I think. I
Yeah.
think you're right about someone
Yeah.
sort of leaning on it, just expecting it
Yeah.
to be,
Yeah.
to hold, and which,
Yeah,
I hate for you to have put in, and then
No, it
2 or 3
will, it
weeks
will,
later, you've got some dips or
yeah,
something
yeah, it
in
will
there.
definitely hold, but it'll
Yeah.
end up taking on.
Yeah,
Did you compare the cost at number 4, number 5?
Yeah, I think, number 5 is 20 a stick and $12 a stick, or,
I see. Okay.
yeah, so it's not a whole lot of money.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I think this looks really good.
Where'd you price that?
Harris, yeah,
We buy ours from Queen City Steel.
yeah,
I don't know if they're cheaper, but there's a place to,
yeah,
and
Compare.
you tell them, they'll sell it to you at the lengths they come in, I think they're 20 footers.
yeah,
And you tell them how many you want, and they will cut them the length you want.
yeah.
Maybe a little cheaper, something to
Yeah.
inquire about.
Yeah, no, years ago, I've gotten stuff from them before. A lot of times I just, little stuff, with no volume, I just go to Gerald's and give them the business. I don't,
Okay.
but I price this up at,
All right.
Any other questions, comments?
I have one small one that I hadn't thought about until just now looking at this. Any thoughts for like snow removal or just gonna
Off the deck?
snow starts
Off the
flying?
deck?
Yeah, off the deck. Yeah, like
Yeah.
push it off the. Any thought on that?
yeah, just shovel it off, I think, and we'll probably just run it, I mean, most ideally, probably run it off the south. And also wintertime, other than keeping the load off from it, it won't be used too much. You know, it's more of a 3-season deck, unless it's real nice out there, and
Right.
which
Yeah.
sometimes it can be.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
remember one February, I was at the Sunoco at bottom of 2A, and I was gassing up, and it must have been near 80 out there in February. And something ricocheted off the gas pump. It was a June bug. A little early.
All right, so I'm just sharing that, this is the original drawing, and then you've got, so your updated is just moving over your gate a little bit.
Yeah,
Which
to
doesn't
the,
really affect you've got a little bit, obviously moving closer to the
Yeah.
building with your ramp.
yeah,
Your lights were the same, and it's just the design's pretty much in terms of the posts, and then your rebar.
and another thing, and if need be, you know, with the gate over there, it wouldn't take much to have a handrail too, if you needed one. Right,
Right.
yeah, just,
Right, and you'll have to check and just see
Yeah.
what's required in
Yeah.
terms of ADA,
yeah,
since you are making it ADA accessible.
That's a good point, is,
yeah.
if you're leaning that direction, you might as well meet the requirements, so you don't
Yeah.
have to.
That's what I'm
redo.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
And your door positions are the same?
Yeah, they're in the openings.
Yeah, the openings that are there, which are slightly different
Which-
than, yeah.
yeah.
But we talked
Yeah.
about that last time.
Yeah,
And I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, it's great.
The gate is now closer, right, than it is shown on
Right,
the screen, right?
yeah.
It's now closer to where the meters
Right.
are, but that's not
Yeah.
intended to be a way in and out, generally speaking, right? It's just.
no, only if somebody's coming, has someone with a wheelchair and they want to
Yeah.
access it, can access it.
Access to the
So-
deck is from inside the restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the handrail, definitely look into that.
Yeah.
Just in terms of see what's required, but also just to have that,
Well,
whether you're in a wheelchair
or not,
whether-
it's handy.
Yeah, whether
And with
walking-
it that close,
Yeah.
you could easily,
Exactly.
Yeah, and by moving that gate over there, you've got the.
yeah, you just got that
Buildings attached
16 or
to it.
18
Yeah.
inches. It wouldn't take much to bring it right
Right,
around.
and I mean, the bigger picture is also, it's more inclusive too. You get more patrons coming to your establishment who maybe were always a little bit hesitant before
Yeah.
because they were stepping up multiple steps.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Any other questions? I'm good. I think this looks good. I think Pat's got his details down, and it's enough detail for me. He's gonna use the lights, and we know that those lights match the ones on Main Street. They'll be cut down a little bit, but they won't exceed the height of our Main Street lights. I mean, they shouldn't anyway, just because I think they look strange.
No,
You're not gonna be able to
yeah.
light your deck with them.
No.
But you're gonna pick those, so.
Yeah.
I don't have any further questions.
Anybody else?
Have we settled on the rebar gauge?
Have you?
Yeah, I was gonna look at, feel it when I was there, and I was sort of leaning toward the larger at some point, so why don't we go with the number 5? Just pick number 5.
Okay, number 5, so slightly thicker, heavier gauge.
Yeah, Kristen wanted it to disappear, but I think,
Right.
you know, she liked the thought of the cable, but I think I prefer something a little more cozier than the too open. you know.
Right.
That's my
Yeah.
thought on it.
Yeah, and people are gonna be leaning on it as their own setting, and you're gonna have tables there, and it's gonna get used, so you might as well go with something that's gonna last, that you're not having to redo.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5. Any other questions?
Hearing none, I would entertain a motion for this, wait, what? It is application 22018.
I'll make a motion to approve the application 00, what was it?
22018.
22018, thank you, Ron.
So number 5.
Your second?
Second.
Thanks, Lynn.
All right, motion been made and seconded to approve this application by the Hendys as described to us and presented to us on application 22018. Any further discussion?
There's one more, I just wanted to show the door that was part of this, right? This-
No.
Oh, it's not?
Well, it could, it very
We got
well,
talking
and-
about that after the fact.
Okay.
of the
Right.
rear, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, no, but I think it was in this one, though. He mentioned a door as part of
Yeah.
that, right? So we have that, and did the other members of this committee look at the door and just see, it's a door at the back of the building? Everyone's okay with that?
Do we have a sketch and bring up with that?
Yeah, let's see. Somewhere. Here we go. Let's see if I can share it. Nope, hang on. Stop share, start share. There we go. Yeah,
There it is.
That's a photograph of the door.
This is a door that Pat's going to install on,
This looks-
Second floor?
that's upside down, but that's all right.
we'll get the drift of it.
Right.
So this on the second
that's-
or the third floor?
This is on the 3rd floor. There's
Third
2 of them. I got one already, and I applied for both apartments on the back to have out onto the deck.
And it's a egress door from the apartments.
And it puts you onto the fire escape versus into the hallway.
Right.
So, and they'll still
More
have that.
direct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
One more point.
Any questions about the door? This is out the rear of the building.
And there's gonna be 2 of them. And they're a 36-inch door. Standard.
Hearing none, all in favor of this application?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't hear anybody say, anybody opposed? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
So there you go. Now,
I'm the only reason you came out tonight?
this is it. We'll do a letter and issue the letter
Yeah.
approving this, and then we got the approval tonight and citing your materials again upon the letter, you're good to go.
You know, we gotta wait, we gotta post up.
Well, you
Talk-
should have it in less than a week.
Yeah.
Talk to Chris about that, he'll follow on.
Yeah,
Because depending on, we make recommendations and it could go to another board. For things like this, it would go directly to Chris. He
Yeah.
has our recommendations and then he would approve it and then.
yeah. No, I didn't know if
it'd
it
be
was,
up and running.
you know, you got a zoning
Yeah,
permit
talk-
and you got a
Chris will know all that.
15-day
Yeah.
or whatever, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So yeah, work with Chris, but now that we've approved it and we've
Yeah.
got our, so the main thing is with this is the deviation from this. You aren't allowed to do that. So
Yeah.
whatever you've talked about tonight and
Yeah.
detailed,
Yeah.
obviously you want to stay as true to
Yeah.
that as possible.
Yeah.
If for some reason you do have changes, talk to Chris about that, and we could either maybe just approve them outside of a meeting, depending on how small it is, or we would schedule another meeting if there was a major change.
Okay,
But talk to him about that, and then he'll get in contact with us.
sounds good.
Great, thanks, Pat.
Hey, thanks for your time.
Thank you,
Jeff.
Pat.
Time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody, good night.